A major problem in lots of Colorado homes is radon, a colorless, odorless gas that's released from the ground and can easily leak into your home undetected. Radon is actually the second leading cause of lung cancer, even though a lot of people only consider smoking as a major risk factor. The EPA estimates around 21,000 lung cancer deaths per year are linked to radon, including 500 right here in Colorado. Tomorrow is Lung Cancer Awareness Day, so we have brought in Jan Lowry from CES's Cancer Center to talk a little bit more about how you can keep your home, yourself, and of course your family safe from radon exposure. And this is really important to talk about because we actually have higher levels of radon in Colorado than across the country, right?
We do. Colorado is among the top 10 states with the highest radon levels compared to other states in the country.
That is shocking. Do we know why that is?
Well, radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that comes or is formed from the decay or breakdown of uranium in our soil. So in Colorado, we have a lot of uranium in our soil. So we see essentially radon is everywhere in Colorado. We do see certain counties, some of the rural counties and some of the mountain areas that tend to have even higher levels of radon.
So explain to us how this is linked to lung cancer.
So when radon decays, it emits radioactive particles. And when we breathe these in, this can damage the DNA or break the DNA. And over time, this can lead to cancer. And I will note, this doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't even happen over weeks and months. It oftentimes takes several years with prolonged exposure to radon to increase our risk for lung cancer.
Now, the good news, if you're trying to protect your family and your home, there are kits available where you can actually test the radon levels, right?
Absolutely. There are kits, there are carbon cartridges that you put in your basement or your lowest level living area of your home. There's short-term tests, which are 30 days, or long-term tests, which are 90 days. The University of Colorado Cancer Center is offering free radon test kits to individuals that live in Colorado, and these are the long-term tests. And based on your results from the test, if it happens to be high or over that threshold that you mentioned, you can have contractors come out and install the mitigation system for radon.
Oh, okay, good to know. Now, are there any other ways beyond obviously just monitoring levels that we can reduce our risk for radon?
Well, the best way to reduce your risk is first to know what your radon levels are in your home.
Okay.
And even if you have a mitigation system in your home, this happened to us when we sold our house, we thought it was working and in fact it was not. So really important to test your home every 5 years. And if it is high, there are contractors that you can call and have them install the mitigation system for you. And I will note the State Health Department has a wonderful program where they can offer financial assistance for persons who need it to find a contractor and install these mitigation systems.
Okay, and good to know. And we're in the middle, my partner and I, of building a home right now. So maybe this is just top of mind, but I'm thinking about cracks in the floor or, in people's roofs or anything like that. Maybe something that they want to look at to make sure nothing is leaking through, right?
Absolutely. And that's how radon gas enters our homes. Because it's a gas and coming from the soil, it finds its way through cracks in the infrastructure, in walls, and through the crawl space.
Talk to us a little bit about just kind of how quickly the effects of radon. I know you were talking about that it builds up over time, but is there kind of a length of time period that we've seen from, I guess you don't even know when you start kind of like really inhaling all of that or kind of absorbing all of it, I guess I should say. But is there kind of a quick reaction to this at all that we should be worried about?
The risk of radon in lung cancer happens over a prolonged period of time, similar to tobacco, which you talked about, which is the leading risk factor for lung cancer. But radon is the second leading risk factor for lung cancer, but the #1 risk factor for people who don't smoke. So we are talking about several years of prolonged exposure to increase our risk.
And just because, we do have an expert sitting right here in front of me, I want to take the opportunity to ask, what is your biggest piece of advice for anybody that is thinking about assessing this in their own homes? Maybe they're hearing about this for the first time. They just moved to our state where we're a little bit more aware of radon that other states aren't monitoring as closely.
So the best thing to do is get your home tested.
Yeah, okay.
It's estimated that only about half of people in Colorado have had their homes tested. We know that radon levels are high in our state. There's access to free radon test kits with the Cancer Center. The State Health Department and local health departments also offer free testing. So it's very inexpensive and very easy to access.
Okay, you're making me want to do this right now. Make sure that that's in my home. All right, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, and thank you for spreading the word about this really important topic.
Of course, I appreciate it.